I don't come off.
All right, we got two talented players facing off here to start off the stream. Is it Otter on the left? That would be Herman. And on the right, we have an Esper build played by Dominic. I don't know if this deck is control or if it's tempo or if it's mid-range. We're going to find out together. We're going to share our thoughts. We're going to decide as a family. What is tempo anyway? Is that like a vibe?
Yeah. It's like,
here's Tamio. Can a mono red deck have tempo? Here's Brainstorm. Is Tamio tempo? Richard and Pizza asking the right questions. Doomwake told me tempo is fake. Oh man, some of if you've been hanging out with us on stream for a while, or you've been hanging out in the YouTube comments for a while, you're aware that half the show is just making fun of being a Magic player and all the weird stuff we say. There's a clue for Dominic. Ooh, what clue is that? I don't recognize that one. What set is that clue from?
Ponder? Yep. Underground Sea? Yep.
Oh, that's a Caller of Manor clue? I just don't know if I've seen that clue before. Interesting. Tactical Toy says, does starting the engines generate tempo? It might. It might. Do you feel tempo when you start your engine?
On your end step, I'll go to 19. Get a Thundering Falls, the Surveil line that's red and blue.
Also, for those of you out there jamming on MTGO, for those of you out there playing Tabletop Legacy, what deck are you playing right now? What kind of decks do we have? And people of the YouTube comments, please tell us. I want to know what people are playing right now. And I don't mean like I know I could open up like some site and look at like metagame percentages and see what decks people are playing. I want to know what decks you are playing. That's Seek the Beast happening here. Questing Druid is about to go on an adventure. Look like Herman has a bunch of Otter tokens ready to go. Aviator says mostly Esper, but I just put Cephalid Breakfast together. DJ Jazz Jeff says Pox and Ruby Storm. Very interesting. Interesting combination. Kerp says 5-color Leyline. You mean Leyline of the Guild Pact? Or is there another deck that I'm not thinking of?
Reveal Storm Chaser's talents. Sure.
Storm Chaser's talent is found by the Thunder Trap. I'll get the text for these up on the screen. Don't worry. Storm Chaser's talent, an awesome card from Bloomburrow. Thunder Trap Trainer. Another awesome card from Bloomburrow. And together in this deck, they work together, I guess, with This Town Ain't Big Enough to generate card advantage and a bunch of prowess otters for Herman. And grow questing druids as well. And right now, Dom has 2 clues. Storm Chaser's talent resolves. Herman makes an otter. And is a level 1 class of a Storm Chaser, I guess. What's Herman's class then? Is he a Storm Chaser? I don't even know what's happening.
I will try to daze. Trigger problems.
Okay, there's a daze happening here on a not yet placed onto the table spell of Orcish Bowmasters. It is countered. Was that tempo? Another Bowmaster attempt.
Shoot the otter. Combat. Okay.
The otter is shot. 3rd clue for Dominic. Dominic will grab the Orc Army token now. It is a Pokemon card. Which Pokemon is that?
It's a 2.
It's a 1/2.
Yep.
It's all so exhausting.
Thank you.
Thank you, Herman.
I'll try to cast the 5/5 dragon.
Sure.
5/5 Dragon. Murktide Regent resolves. It's going to be a 5/5. Herman passes the turn. So Storm Chaser's Talent, Thunder Trap Trainer, and a 5/5 Murktide are the permanents on Herman's side. A Questing Druid is on an adventure. Sword's attempt on Murktide succeeds. Murktide is gone.
You got an extra clue?
Yeah, sorry, I'll attack again.
Yeah.
Up to 4. One day I'll start cracking these.
They're on layaway.
All right, so clues on layaway, 4 of them. 1/1 Orc Army on Dominic's side is the Pokemon card. Let's see what else Herman has here. I'm trying to see what Herman has in hand. Okay, another Seek the Beast. He's getting Force, pitching Force.
3 cards left?
Yep.
I'll pass the turn.
Return. I'll cast the Questing Druid. Sure.
Okay, Questing Druid gets cast. Should Herman have done that in a different order? Unclear.
No. I thought sees you.
Thought Seize, okay. Herman lets that resolve. Ponder, Brainstorm, Force of Will. What a legacy hand Herman has.
No blocks.
I'll take the ponder.
Okay, Ponder is selected by the Thoughtseize. Dominic allowing Force of Will to continue to be in Herman's hand. Storm Chaser's Talent getting examined here by Dom. Swords on Questing Druid. And we're likely going to see Herman try to fight over that. Force pitching Brainstorm. That'll give a counter to the Questing Druid. Seems like that resolves. Get a 5th clue now with an attack from Tamio. Tamio having a hard time flipping over. Passing it back to Herman, who now has only 1 card in hand.
Couple more dice for you.
Yeah.
I'll go to combat.
Thank you. Sorry, I didn't bring my own.
It's okay. I'll chump.
Okay.
I will pass.
I'll sacrifice this on your own.
Second
start
main?
going
Yep,
full
activate.
control.
So this is represent. I'll get back for you.
Okay, so level 2 of Storm Chaser's Talent. Force of Will return to Herman's hand.
Combat?
Yep. Got it.
Dominic gets a 6th clue. It's going to take a really long time to start cracking these. Or finish cracking these, I should say. Another Bowmaster.
I'll try to daze. I'll pick up
Daze. Ouch.
Tropical Island trigger.
Here, do you want to click?
Jeez, I really could use a land, please. There you go.
All right, Dominic really needs a land. Getting tempoed a little bit, it seems. Replaying the Trop is Herman. I like returning the Trop to hand there, protecting it. Questing Druid's starting to swing away.
My fucking god. I mean, I'll attempt to prismatic it.
Okay.
Is it dead?
Okay, Prismatic ending on Questing Druid. Maybe Herman did not have a blue card to pitch the Force. Thundertrap Trainer and a level 2 Storm Chaser's Talent remain. Dominic taking a look at everything.
I'm just
Harry Houdini arrives in the chat. Harry Houdini's here, everybody.
And then I'll pass.
I'll cast fire here. 2 damage.
I will crack a clue.
Okay.
Out of the way, Harry Houdini MTG coming through.
I don't know. Like, what the fuck am I supposed to do?
Whoa!
I'll double check.
7 clues for Dominic, who's experiencing a little bit of frustration at lack of lands. I'm getting mana screwed.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. Yep, I will. I'll attempt to
Play another fetch.
Yep.
Days results.
Scalding Tarn getting cracked. Volcanic Island.
I think I am.
It's probably pretty good.
Not sure about
Okay.
Yep.
All right, moving up to level 3 of a Storm Chaser now is Herman. So whenever we cast an instant or sorcery, we're going to make an otter with prowess.
So how many?
1/1 otter with prowess. Thoughtseize getting fired off. This town ain't big enough, and Force of Will. Interesting.
Sure.
I will do the second.
This town ain't big enough is chosen.
Another one.
Yep.
Sego.
This town ain't big enough, and Storm Chaser's talent are the bounce that you've all been hearing about. Storm Chaser's talent should not trigger Storm Chaser's talent here. It's only instants and sorceries, right? Or am I misremembering?
Go to level 2.
Yep.
Get back this down. Sure. And faster.
And spell.
Yeah, that was not done correctly. Storm Chaser's talent would not trigger a level 3 Storm Chaser's talent, but this town ain't big enough was returned to hand. Dominic didn't bother to check, so we got an extra otter.
I also completely messed up that. If I just taken the Force of Will with the when you had the 2K, it blanked on me that I had the Bowmasters. I'll draw a clue.
Yep.
That was a disastrous take.
And then proceed.
Tap.
Okay, one of the clues was finally sacrificed, I guess. Force of Phil says, "Where did Sego originate?" I don't know.
Play
Do
this.
this too. Because of the it's an exit card, right?
Play Murktide.
Sure.
That's a good question, though, Force of Phil. Maybe a topic for an article on Eternal Durdles. Harry Houdini, thank you for the gift sub. 156 for Harry Houdini. One of our best people. Thank you, Harry. Really appreciate it.
And 3 will be a 6/6.
Oh no.
I will.
Yes, sorry.
Sego.
Draw.
All right, Herman with 2 otters. One of them here by accident. Mr. Rainforest getting correct. We might see another Storm Chaser's talent level up to level 6. Potentially. Level 3, I mean. It costs 6 mana.
Beanstalk.
I'll respond to that.
Yeah.
6/6 Murktide on Dominic's side, though, is interesting. But it's going to get bounced here.
Murktide Regent trigger off of the level 3.
In response, I'm gonna crack this clue.
Yep.
Okay, a clue is getting cracked in response to this town ain't big enough. Murktide will be bounced. An otter will be made. Storm Chaser's talent, number 2, will be returned to hand. So the level 3 Storm Chaser's talent is still on the board. The one that was on level 2 was returned to hand. We could see it get played and then leveled up.
Cards in hand?
5.
5 cards in Dominic's hand. Does Herman just want to hold force?
How big are they?
Attacking with the prowess triggered otters.
I will draw.
Yep.
I'm gonna play a Wasteland. I'm gonna waste.
Okay, cutting Herman off a green finally, taking Trop out.
1 card.
Paying,
Goodness. 8.
I mean, I should do this second main,
Draw a
but I
second
have
card.
more I have more tokens I'm gonna use, so I'll attempt to brainstorm.
Then Furies on the stack.
Okay, a brainstorm for Dominic. Yeah, we do have deck lists like the one that Herman is playing right now, posted in our Discord. If you have a membership on any of the platforms where 90s MTG offers memberships, you have to sync that account with your Discord, and then it unlocks the whole thing. Any further questions on that, please post it in our Discord. People will be glad to help, I bet.
Want to
That's gonna trigger the
let
Tamiya.
it die. And
Okay, Tamiyo becomes a Planeswalker finally. Only took 20 turns. Well, plus, could matter here. Herman has Force of Will with Storm Chaser's talent to pitch potentially in hand. Depending on how this turn plays out, we might just see Storm Chaser's talent number 2 come down. Barrogoyf. It's a nasty one.
Singo.
Scott, thank you for 5 gift subs. 320 now on the channel for Scott. Thank you, Scott. I really do appreciate it. Scott is number 1 on our all-time leaderboard. And, of course, a pillar of our community.
Probably large. What do you have?
Creature instant
It really means a lot to me, Scott. I thank you so much.
I also have creature, instant, sorcery, land. So,
Yeah, land, land.
yeah. 4, 5.
Without naming everybody that's ever donated to the channel or purchased a membership and, you know, gave $5 or whatever. Like, for someone to just donate $5, like, that feels awesome. And then these people that go above and beyond and, you know, see the show as something special, I'm assuming, and are really having a good time and support the show in a big way. It's like, it's humbling, honestly. It's pretty cool. And now Aviator just dropped 5 gift subs in the chat. Thank you, Aviator. I really do appreciate it. Aviator just hit 20 gifted subs on the channel. Thank you, Aviator.
Attempt to cast stock up.
Ooh, stock up. We've been talking about this card. Especially in our Discord, people have been chatting about stock up. Is it good? Is it bad? Is it broken?
Yeah, no, I mean, I have a 2-year-old.
That's true. I'll go with X. Come in here for 6.
What do the people of the chat, people of the YouTube comments think of stock up? Is this card going to have its stock go up, or is it going to disappear and everybody forget about it in 2 months, or somewhere in the middle? How's everybody feeling about stock up? Are you seeing it on Legacy tables? Are you seeing it on Legacy MTGO whatevers? I don't know. On your screen? AJ Potato says banned in March? Okay. Scott says I think it'll be good in decks like Show and Tell, but it's busted in Vintage. I don't really keep track of Vintage, but I believe you, I guess.
Figures okay. Yeah.
Yep.
So despite lagging behind on lands for a while, we have ourselves a game here. This is turning into a pretty even battle. Herman has the Storm Chaser's talents up and running, and that could be a big problem for Dominic going forward, but Tameo is ticking up its loyalty. Barrogoyf is swinging away.
I'll tick up on Tameo.
It's of some advantage to Dominic to see Herman's hand face up. Daze. Ouch. Well, that hurt. Now Spellbomb gets popped. Gets countered.
Oh my goodness. I think you just have the game, right? You have another otter that you can just
No, I mean, they're getting shrunk.
I'm at 10. You have prowess, creed. You have me dead on board.
No, because they're getting shrunk by Tameo. It's true.
Yes.
So there's only 5. There's only 4.
I mean, this is sure. Say go.
Okay.
Holy.
Okay, Dominic sounded like for a moment there he was ready to concede. Herman talked him out of it, which is interesting.
So if I go this and this, these become 2s. Then I play it again, these become 3s. And then that's only 8. Yeah, that's only 8.
Scott screaming never surrender in the chat.
Should have wanted this. Yeah, so I'm gonna bounce.
We're deep into a hype train right now. About a minute left on that. Thank you everybody that's been gifting subs. There's a chance to cheer right now and get some badges.
I'm out.
Okay.
Did not think I was gonna
This
make
talent ain't big enough. Bounce the Barrowglyph. Bounce the second Storm Chaser's talent. Storm Chaser's talent. Trigger prowess. Incorrectly, maybe going to make another otter. Yeah, they're just not resolving this correctly, but that we're past that point. The attackers will be 4 prowessed otters. Only a bowmaster on defense. There is a trigger from Tamio.
all at you.
Okay. I go to 2.
Okay. Dropping to 2 is Dominic. Dominic's going to untap and play Plague Engineer. Unlikely.
My land. Barrowglyph.
We'll pass Palmer.
Barrowglyph back on the stack. Force pitching Lorien revealed. And that'll trigger correctly this time the Storm Chaser's talent. Dominic scoops it up, though. There were some errors as far as rules in that game, but it was a good game. Moving on to game 2.
Decision.
I was just like, all right.
I can't even like articulate what was happening.
The list for this otter deck is posted in our Discord server. I believe it's pinned to our Decklist channel. So that's where you can go for that. Cracking a fetch now to start game 2 is Dominic.
I'm gonna attempt to play a Tamiya.
Yep.
Off of basic.
This is FNM, so like a rules error is not the end of the world, but I feel like I say this all the time at this point, but you know, in a competitive event, you can't let your opponent accidentally or on purpose get the wrong resolution of an ability. Like if their card says they only make an otter when it's an instant or sorcery, you have to make sure they're doing it right. Read the card, take a look. This is FNM though. But be careful out there.
Spellbomb.
Some people don't know what they're doing. Some people forget. Some people make honest mistakes, like Herman just did. And if you want to be competitive, there's no room for that. Chase Wolfman. Thank you for the resub, 6 months. That's a new badge.
Brainstorm. Yep.
But again, to be clear, the games we're watching right now are kind of friendly, and this is not a big deal. Thundertrap Trainer is back on Herman's side. A Pyroblast is in hand. Now Spellbomb, Thoughtseize. Let's see what Herman's holding here. Pyroblast, Thundertrap Trainer. This town ain't big enough. Bolt, Ponder. There's actually 2 Thunder Traps in hand.
Hand of magic cards. I'll take this town. 17. And it's non-land, right?
Yeah.
It's not just whatever you.
Oh no, that's a play.
Oh, you're right. Yep.
That's a play. So always normally cost 5. If I target 2 of your things, I have to pay
Yes,
5
yeah,
mana.
Okay, but wasn't the offspring mechanic a mistake?
Alright, get it for 1.
Sure.
Play a mountain and cast another one.
Sure.
Okay, another Thunder Trap Trainer. Let's see what Herman finds this time. Another Pyroblast, okay. Well, Dominic's not going to be doing anything blue for a while. That's super important.
Barrowglyph.
Barrowglyph, okay.
4 5?
I have creature, land, instant sorcery. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
4 5. Yeah. They have 2 cards. Sigo.
That's the job too.
Kiviak wondering if Kicker was a mistake, too. You know what? I think Kicker was a mistake, actually. Yeah. Yeah.
Thunder?
Sure.
It just wasn't tested.
I worked on my couch all today, which is just not a posture to have. Just lazy. Okay. You're on the play?
Yeah,
Stan's still wondering what Offspring is. So, if you're being serious, Offspring is like a kicker that makes a 1/1 copy of the creature.
Land. Another otter.
Here's Storm Chaser's Talent once again. I'm liking this card. This card is cool.
And say go.
Storm Chaser's Talent resolves. Making an otter is Herman. Barragoyf, as most of you know, powerful. There's a brainstorm on the stack. It's going to resolve. Herman's going to allow it. So what do you think, chat? Is Dominic's deck, talking specifically about Dominic's deck, is it tempo? Is it control? Is it mid-range? Does anybody have any feelings on this? Does anybody know what I'm talking about? Is it aggro?
Wasteland. Yep.
Multiple people suggesting it's mid-range. There's a Thoughtseize on the stack now. We know most of Herman's hand. Herman thinking about the card we don't know, I guess.
2.
2 cards in Dominic's hand now.
Okay.
Force of Phil says if there's dazes, it's tempo. Okay, Ponder is revealed as the final card in Herman's hand that we did not know. There's a Thoughtseize happening right now, so Dominic will be choosing one of these cards and sending it to the trash. Which one will it be? Thundertrap Trainer. Okay. The Bolt makes the combat math with Barragoyf confusing. Okay, attacking with the Barragoyf.
Double block.
Double block with Thundertrap Trainer and an Otter.
Okay.
4 damage. Vulture prowess.
So with that on the stack, I'm gonna sword the guy.
Yep.
And 1.
All right, so Dominic, this was kind of obvious, I guess, but Herman went for it anyway. There's no reason not to, but there was a swords to remove the Otter. Thundertrap Trainer will die in combat, and Barragoyf survives, and Dominic gains a bunch of life. Ponder. This game's not looking too bad for Dominic. That Barragoyf is a threat. Ponder, shuffle. That's a good sign for Dominic as well. Dominic also has 3 basics, 1 of each color, which is interesting.
Yeah, I guess
No, it's like the Magic player lifestyle. Complain about mana screw in early turns of game 1, almost turn the game around. Game 2, get perfect mana with basics.
I drew like 4 cards.
It's just the way it goes. There's some luck involved. Nile Spellbomb. Barragoyf now with 5 power, sending itself into combat. Does Herman want to absorb this hit and trigger the Barragoyf, or do we send the Thundertrap Trainer to chump?
Click wax.
Okay.
All right, Herman's going to let it come through.
That's a nice.
Look like a Bowmaster will be recovered here by the Barragoyf. The rest of the cards were not creatures. Passing the turn back to Herman, whose Power Blasts don't do a whole lot right now. Looks like Herman's holding 2 copies of Storm Chaser's Talent and a Chain Lightning right now. Herman's going to scoop it up. We're going to game 3.
Mana screw in both games. I was tempted. The problem is you just go fetch land. I go wasteland. It's like
Questions about leagues in the Discord. Yeah, we do have a webcam legacy league in our Discord. And if you're in the Discord and you keep an eye on the league's channel, you'll eventually see signups for that. We have a league wrapping up soon, and we'll make some announcements there. But keep an eye on the Discord. Make a post in there if you're all confused. Looks like 1 card's going on the bottom for Dominic. Herman will be on the play here for game 2. basic mountain, and a very happy gesture to pass the turn. Ponder to start the game for Dominic, also with a basic. Yeah, the league is proxy friendly as long as your proxies are obvious.
Otterman.
Got the honor.
So we have, for anybody that has no idea what's going on, we have in our Discord server a webcam legacy league. It's players around the world. Proxies are allowed. Interestingly, cards that are not out yet are allowed as long as they're officially previewed. So you might see cards from Final Fantasy or Tarkir Dragonstorm or whatever. We had people testing, cards from, going back in years past, cards from Modern Horizons and Lord of the Rings and stuff like that, months in advance, weeks in advance of release date, which is pretty cool. And yeah, it's players around the world, all different time zones. We have people jamming. It's a lot of fun. If that interests you, join our Discord. We're going to be starting a new league soon.
I'll take the phone sees you.
Let's do Force of Will.
Also, people can spectate the matches, which is cool too. So you don't even have to be in the league. You could just go watch some games happening live. Thoughtseize. Questing Druid selected. A couple of burn spells and a Storm Chaser's Talent in Herman's hand. Okay, here's Storm Chaser's Talent. An Otter is made. Wasteland on the Underground Sea, attacking with the Thunder Trap. Okay, Prismatic Ending will remove the Storm Chaser's Talent. Ponder, Trigger Prowess. Sounds like people are laughing in the background. What's up with that? It's supposed to be a serious tournament.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. I'll take 4
When I'm at Magic tournaments, it should be quiet, like a library is quiet. Does anyone disagree with that? Go ahead and say you disagree. You'll get banned from the chat. People at Game Story are so loud, yeah. Maybe. It's not me. I'm quiet. All right, attack him with some Otters. Dominic takes 2. Herman's passing the turn. Herman holding 2 3 damage spells, Chain Lightning and Lightning Bolt.
I'm gonna flash in Bowmaster.
28 bucks says, I guess they're having fun. Yeah. For anyone new around here, we're just messing around. Everybody relax.
We'll do like the target.
You.
Okay.
Go for 5.
Five counters.
Yeah.
Pokemon card representing the Orc Army once again. Attacking. Dominic aware that bolts could take out Bowmaster. Not likely it'll be able to stay back on defense successfully. Okay, so Ninjutsu, Kaito Bane of Nightmares. Not Bane. Yeah, whatever it's called.
You'll take 4. I'll 0 him.
Okay.
It is Bane of Nightmares. Why did I second guess myself? Ew, somebody just coughed. Throw him out.
Sig up.
Your turn. I'll take the bases.
Sure.
Okay, end step, seek the beast. It's going to resolve. Questing Druid will go on an adventure. Tropical Island, a braid. Okay. A braid going to get fired off on end step. Using up the mana is Herman to get rid of that Orc army. I don't mind that play. Kaito has 4 loyalty right now. A little bit vulnerable. Trop gets played. Questing Druid gets played. Kaito could be in trouble here. Chain Lightning targeting Kaito. Kaito will drop to 1. Prowess trigger. +1/+1 counter trigger on our friend Questing Druid.
Simple as Kaido.
Both coming at Kaito. Kaito is knocked out. KO'd.
Still on the end step. I'll fire a 1-1.
Brainstorm.
Yes, sir.
Okay, brainstorm happening here for Dom. Herman in a commanding position here in game 3. Bolt in hand, 2 unknown cards, a pretty good creature in Questing Druid. It'll only get bigger in time. Dom's life total half where we started. It's possible we'll see Wasteland hit Trop, but there's already a Questing Druid that made it onto the board. That's what the Trops are there for.
You have 3 cards?
Yeah.
3 cards for Herman.
Everybody forgot about it for a very long time.
Well, because like they didn't have box cards. Like, box cards, they're like, yeah, we can just build a driving station box cards.
Yeah, Dominic giving this an extra moment to think about this brainstorm, realizing that not only are we coming up on time in this match, but falling a little bit behind here.
Oh, yes, you're right. It's not bad.
All right, no further plays, passing the turn, some instant speed stuff could happen. Passing it back to Herman, who drew, I believe this town ain't big enough. I think that's what that was. Nothing to target right now on Dominic's board. Feels safe to send everybody in.
We'll flash in Bowmasters.
Bowmasters will resolve. Trigger on the stack.
Okay, targeting the Otter with the Bowmaster's ability. In response, bolt the Bowmaster, trigger both Prowess and the +1/+1 counter on Questing Druid. Questing Druid and Otter will grow. Otter outside of Bowmaster ping range now. It's a 2/2. The Orc army could potentially block and trade with the Otter right now, but we know Herman has other cards in hand that could trigger Prowess potentially.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fetch.
Okay, brainstorm on the stack, triggers on the stack.
Yep, 3.
Dominic fetching here, dropping to 9. Once you're, I feel like once you're in life totals like that, you know. Oh man, days on whatever Dominic just announced.
Oh, yeah.
It was another Bowmaster and it got countered by a daze. Questing Druid will grow.
Oh my god.
You're getting days at 5 mana.
Dude, I know. I was just like,
Why did they make that?
I know.
Thank you. I'm having fun.
It's like,
Daze blowout, yeah.
I'm not pre-modern these days.
Oh, okay.
if you have a bolt, I'm dead.
Yeah, I like pre-modern too. I don't have a when I came to the store here. A bunch of people started doing pre-modern here. I usually play Dreadnought, and I was special that Silver Ray played there. So I love my blue red.
Yeah.
Fling. What are you playing?
Was a counter missed here on the Questing Druid? I kind of lost track. Dominic's scooping it up though. Dominic has seen enough. GG's, Herman gets the match. Well played. That was a good one. The Otters deck continues to impress, I would say. Join our Discord community if you're not in there yet. We also have a Patreon, which you can use to unlock a bunch of cool perks full access on our Discord, see all the deck lists, the whole thing. Links are all over the place for Patreon. Let's set up another poll for Twitch chat to decide which match we will watch next on today's stream. Your options will be Death in Texas versus Dark Depths, Miracles versus Maverick, Stoneblade versus, is it Otters? Grixis Delver versus, I believe, Rug Beanstalk? Or Miracles versus Breakfast? Cephalid Breakfast. You got 1 minute. Get your vote in. Light Confidant arrives in the chat. What's up, Light Confidant? All right, votes are coming in here. Some people are hoping for Breakfast. Find and bookmark our TCG Player affiliate link. Really helps us out a lot. Keeps the show going. Thank you, everybody that's done that. Bookmark our TCG Player affiliate link. It's all over the place. We also have a merch shop. Some people are not aware. Go check out our merch shop. Go pick up a t-shirt. People are spending some channel points on this poll for sure. Light Confidant says Force of Phil coming to a stream near you. It looks like that's where we are. With Light Confidant contributed 4,000 channel points. Miracles versus Breakfast. Let's do it. Setting it up. And diving in.
I just saw it, right? Soul-crushing loss after soul-crushing loss.
And I get...
All right, Yasu joins us on the left with Cephalid Breakfast. On the right, we have Miracles. That would be Force of Phil. Getting ready to go. Albin says, I picked up a hoodie yesterday. Thank you, Albin. Appreciate that.
Demir boy at heart.
Yeah, I know. I'm on the play.
You are.
Okay, Yasu says, I'm on the play. Looked like a mulligan happened. Tundra. Tamio.
You draw first, you replace first.
Go ahead.
Replace it.
Okay, Prismatic Ending will remove Tamio.
Yeah, you can't build. You can't build. One of the three. Only one item. You go to draw roster, and you forfeit everything else you do. Only one. You don't want to get routes. That's one, unless you get a good route, it's kind of scary.
We had a packed house at the shop for this particular event. There was people playing board games between the people playing Legacy. The store was so crowded. It was kind of nice to see a whole bunch of people gaming, enjoying the evening.
I don't take it to casinos anymore. I mean, like, yo, we're playing blackjack, this is like a counted off.
Parker, thank you for the sub with Prime. 19 months. Appreciate that. Hedge Maze got fetched up. Yasu is going to surveil. As most of you know, both players have been playing these decks quite a bit. Play them quite well. This should be a pretty good match here. Nadu surveilled into the graveyard.
One turn, but he's like, can I do something? Go. This guy, you're funny guy. Yeah.
Oh, you can draw destination cards. So if you like use all yours,
Light Confidant says Phil has been playing Miracles longer than I've been alive. Maybe. Shuko. Shuko is in.
You could move it here. You guys could move your markers. You don't have to. Yeah, block Vincent.
Yeah. Well, that was
You're drinking anyway.
Okay, Merchant Scroll.
Yeah, this one.
Sure.
Force of Will is found and put into hand. Magic Dad, thank you for the raid. Welcome, everybody. We're here watching some Tabletop Legacy. Here's a Ponder for Force of Fill. Stancil with a great question. Is Terminus still on the watch list? No, it's off the watch list now, and we put Uro on there instead. Magic Dad says, gotta repay you from yesterday, and it's more Legacy. Yes. Thank you, Magic Dad.
No?
I think he's bending the rules.
This guy's trying to be like, you may claim a route on the board by playing some of your cards, like match the color.
Narcomoeba gets equipped with Shuko. Sometimes these breakfast decks just attack with Narcomoeba and you lose the game. So we'll see how this goes. Counterbalance is on the board. Attacking with the Narcomoeba.
I'll do here. Oh yeah, that's my fault for Europe. Europe was like,
I kept checking.
and then the board would turn to the other keeper. I didn't know at all. I keep saying it.
Okay, Mystic Sanctuary, put Merchant Scroll on top. So the number on top of the deck right now for Force of Fill is the number 2. Urza Saga comes in. Brain Surge.
Oh yeah. Of course, if you mess up, you don't get spells kind of later. Yeah. It doesn't matter. We go kind of at the end anyway. We just keep playing it.
Brain Surge, a weird one.
That 5.
CK says, is Nadu a fine addition for Legacy, or is it too broken? Well, there's been a lot of discussion about that over the last 6 months, let's say. I think we've arrived in a place where Nadu is not broken. It's not too powerful for Legacy. But I don't think, and correct me if I'm wrong on this, but I don't think many people love the card at this point. In Legacy, you'll see some decks that do have the solitaire turns. Storm, for example. Mystic Forge, Allurin. There are others. I'm blanking a little bit. But Nadu kind of fits into that same space of just decks that kind of like assemble whatever assortment of cards and start like solitaring for a while. I don't know.
On tap? What do you want, John? Yeah, of course. I'm going to Piracy Charm the token. Okay.
Piracy Charm the token. It is a construct.
I usually just build a bunch of ones. Block everyone.
Block everyone.
Giving it +2/-1 Funeral Charm button blue from Planar Chaos. One of the weird cards from Planar Chaos. Construct is limited.
Like, I wanted to get that too, so let me build 8 trains. You can do this right here.
Holding priority with Urza Saga.
Make it happen.
Making a construct. Now we'll search. Maybe gonna find a Shuko. Maybe gonna find a Pip-Boy 3000. You never really know.
That would fine.
Nothing found. Oh, I guess I didn't expect that. Could mean there's a Shuko in hand. Narcomoeba attacks.
Go. 7 cards.
You can try.
That's Merchant Scroll? Sure.
Merchant Scroll again for Force of Fill. Depose Deploy this time.
Can you fuse it? What's up? You cannot fuse it, right? You can okay, can't fuse it.
Yeah, it cannot be fused. It's just like a regular split card. No fuse. Depose Deploy. Interesting. Attacker for 2. And Phil's gonna cast Deploy to make 2 Thopters, potentially.
Sure.
Yeah, he's
I'll gain 2 life.
pick one up and
Go to block. Yeah.
she's really drawing. She's really going straight though. So cool. Unless you know what to do.
Yeah.
All right, all the creatures on the board are dead. 2/1/1 Flying Thopters blocked 1/1 Construct and Narcomoeba. Everybody's gone. Just Counterbalance is a non-land permanent on the board right now. Yasu a little bit low on mana.
Okay.
Cards in hand?
4.
4 cards in Phil's hand. Yasu holding a bunch.
Move to discard?
Sure.
I'm going to discard. Discarding Swords to Plowshares, which is unlikely to be super relevant in this match. For Yasu, at least.
Go.
Playing on the same game.
Move to discard?
Discarding another Swords. Yasu struggling a little bit here. All right, found a land. Still passes.
Oh, I see how it is. What game is this anyway? Cardscopegame.com. So
Can you read
Okay,
this?
Ponder resolves. The card on top of Phil's library is Witness the Future. Phil, as usual, bunch of cards in the deck that most of us forgot about.
Draw this. Okay. This obviously.
Urza Saga drops in. That's not too bad.
what do you mean? No, what she do? I wasn't paying attention.
Like she drew, and then I pulled back.
No, that's how we're supposed to be doing.
No, oh, you do?
No, that's what she's supposed to be doing. And then she can pick that up or draw.
Okay.
So she can pick it up or draw.
He's only questioning the rules.
Predict.
Not saying anything, he did this. Like sneakily, he'd be like this. I like this. He'd be like this.
I want to be.
That means there's no reason not to take that.
Yeah, go.
Predict milled that Witness the Future. Phil's gonna think about fetching here.
It's easy to learn and it's fun.
Yeah.
The fetch land could function as a way to change the top of the deck for counterbalance. Phil plays the Mystic Sanctuary from hand, putting Brain Surge back on top. Chartwin, thank you for the sub with Prime. 53 months. Thank you, Chartwin.
You too?
A fetch for Yasu, finding Meticulous Archive this time to surveil.
And then you could draw. You could do it. That's what we've been doing.
Okay, Brainstorm dumped into the trash. Urza Saga's going to take up to Chapter 2. Looks like Dread Return was just drawn for Yasu. Discards it to hand size. Makes sense. Another Flood Strand for Phil. End step, make a construct.
Which is perfect.
Make a dude.
Yu-Gi-Oh cards getting made here as the constructs hit the board. Yasu's going to fail to find, I guess, with the Saga and shuffle. Bip says day 2 of my quest for the Brothers Oregon. Yeah, let us know what you find.
What do you think you're gonna lose? You're matching colors. You're matching.
Brain surge happening here.
You know what you can do? You got routes to set. You might get a better route. We don't pay us though. You're done? I think you're looking over there at San Francisco. You're built for you.
Swords of Plowshares discarded to hand size. We've seen Yasu throw away a couple of copies of Swords of Plowshares. Phil not really showing us any creatures. Merchant Scroll once again. This time it'll be Thwart.
Oh, I see.
I suck at poker actually.
Does he?
I drew.
Hit it up.
Prismatic Ending will remove a construct. Prismatic Ending remove a construct.
Pass.
Pass.
Take off.
Pass to you.
Nadu. Counterbalance trigger. Crack the Flooded Strand.
Like a rule, like an expansion where you can steal trains. Like train Robert, like Robert Catan.
Brain Surge goes on top of the library. Nadu's countered. So all 4 copies of Mystic Sanctuary on the board now for Force of Fill. Thwart can potentially return some of them to hand. Coca says Thwart with triple Sanctuary is crazy. It is crazy. It's quite powerful.
Saturday or Sunday, but it's money.
This is a 644.
What the heck?
Vancouver
Vancouver,
15.
It's 10, no?
15, 6.
Yeah, he's right.
Okay, Phil discards a copy of Terminus.
I think he actually has the longest now, too.
Tempting Nomads and Core.
No, you're looking at 5 more turns building your resources up.
That wasn't that great before.
Hard cast Force of Will. It's countered. Try it one more time. Thwart to return 3 Mystic Sanctuaries.
So one of my guys fully made it through. I had one guy who made it through.
So the 3 Mystic Sanctuaries are back in hand for Phil. Force pitching Daze on Thwart. Force pitching Ponder for Phil. Okay, looks like Yasu concedes the counter battle and passes the turn.
So, we're serious strategizing.
I'm trying to think what was the best.
Mystic Sanctuary. Depose Deploy back on top.
I will think.
What's the mana value of this? 6.
I'm not gonna close it. So one of my guys fully made damage.
Yeah, so the Depose Deploy mana value on top of the deck is 6. It becomes a combined mana value of the 2 sides of the split card. That's how that works. Prismatic Ending attempt on Counterbalance.
I assumed you were going to win. Yep.
He had to.
I was assuming you were going to lose.
Counter draw.
Cryptic Command, counter draw.
You want to draw again?
What? Sure. Can't do. Sure.
Okay, deploy then cast on end step.
Alright.
This is not quite lucky.
Brain Surge goes back on top of the library, attacking with the 1/1 Thopters. Mr. Arch can't believe what's happening.
Now it's starting to miss.
Cryptic Command. Shuko. Okay. He's getting Force of Willed. It's countered.
This is
That
right.
just
Yo,
seems like something.
I think it is actually.
Wizard?
Okay, Cavern Wizard. Nadu can't counter it with counterbalance. Or anything, really. It resolves. And now Thwart goes on top of the library. We're seeing the Thwart Mystic Sanctuary slow combo kind of playing out here. It's quite a lock if it continues. Nadu was swords. Brain Surge happening now.
Good.
Passing it back to Yasu. Ponder.
Let her think. Let her look at the board.
Which I've done.
Yeah.
Okay. Moving on to game 2. Force of Fill takes game 1. As I think all of us expected to happen. Yasu just could not resolve a spell after a certain point. Yasu will be on the play here for game 2. The longer the game goes, as we just saw, Force of Fill just gains more and more of an advantage when it comes to the stack. Yasu may have to hurry up if he's going to win this game. Tundra pass.
I'm going to waste you.
Sure. Wasteland. Oh, boy. All right, Wasteland on a turn 1 Tundra. Oh, boy. Yeah, if you're looking for lists, we do have Force of Fill's list posted in our Discord server. There's the Saga. Okay.
It's cool if I... Sure.
That's a Lorien revealed getting island cycled.
Neither do I. Card I don't need. Neither do You really don't have any idea what you're doing.
Another Wasteland from Phil. Blow up Urza Saga. Wow. Okay. Now counterbalance.
Anything was common.
I'm going to shortcut fetch twice. Sure.
Yeah, I wasted 3 on them. I know. I didn't realize how hard it was. I know.
I'll attempt to ending it.
Prismatic Ending. Getting countered by Force Pitching Predict after Brainstorm was revealed on top.
You can discard 2, or you keep all 3. Or
Oh, we're still on that stack now. Prismatic Ending is still on the stack.
you can discard the older one.
Force of Will on Prismatic Ending. Oh, okay. So Memory's Journey getting pitched to Force. Prismatic Ending will resolve, it turns out. Counterbalance is gone. Okay.
Start building, because you just keep amassing. Other people are going out first.
Now Brainstorm for Phil.
You have 1 turn after you run out to build, but you're going to build 1 route per turn.
Go ahead.
Resource turn management.
Now Phil missing land drops, which is kind of interesting. That was a Prismatic Ending milled there by Predict. Okay, here's a Saga, not the worst. Teferi. Teferi could be huge.
What'd you do? Where'd you build?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
There?
No, I was there last time.
Wow.
Let's go. Will is away. Trying to stop me.
You?
Yeah. Stop me.
Counterspell.
Trying to stop you?
We're gonna stop 3 different colors.
Modern staple counterspell. Fetch in response to that. I absolutely love that counterspell is a modern staple now. Veil of Summer.
And my
Force Pitching Predicts in response to Veil of Summer. Teferi and Veil are countered. Force of Phil wins that counter battle. Teferi unfortunately didn't make it onto the board. Predict went on top of the deck. Now here's a Brainstorm. Kick says counterspell kind of absent in the current meta, but yeah, it's cool. Yeah. Alright, pass the turn back to Yasu, whose Urza Saga is going to hit chapter 2 now, it looks like.
Yep. Draw. Go.
Okay, Yasu preparing to pump out some construct, it seems.
how those scorch marks got that shit, dude. Just wild, dude.
You have to go the long way.
Coca says, where did the pitch predict go? I think I see it underneath Phil's graveyard.
Orange.
Sitting right next to the parallel to the library right now.
It's just fun flowing it.
Waste the saga.
You knew it.
Another wasteland for Phil, targeting Urza Saga. Man.
You have to draw again. You can't play.
Okay, Urza Saga is blown up. Contract gets made though. It's a 1-1. A little sad. Gonna take that contract a long time.
Cards? Three.
It's obvious that the constructs from their Cephalid breakfast decks don't get as big and scary as the ones from, let's say, a painter deck or something like that, or 8 cast, but sometimes they do end up swinging for the victory. Cephalid breakfast is so good because it has a bunch of backup plans. It's not completely dependent on milling its library with Cephalid Illusionist and then getting Thassa's Oracle. It can attack with creatures like the constructs. It has the Nadu stuff happening now.
One. Pass turn. Predict on top? Sure.
Okay, Predict goes to the top of the library. Ponder now for Phil.
Predict on top. Yep. Flush turn. Yep. Got it. Go.
Yasu just not making any really meaningful plays here. Phil continuing to filter out cards from the top of the deck. Probably already has a hand that will be pretty good against whatever Yasu's going to try to do going forward, but it's only going to continue to get better. At a certain point against these Miracles decks, as we saw in Game 1, you just cannot resolve any relevant spell. Merchant Scroll now for Phil. Thwart.
What happens if we don't have chain cards? No, this.
No, you should go.
One.
Construct will keep attacking.
That is true.
How many wastelands on our graveyard? Three.
3 Wastelands in Phil's graveyard.
You can explain on the West Coast.
Brainstorm? Yep.
Collusion.
Okay, Yasu successfully brainstorming.
Going on here. It's 10:30 by the way. Half an hour. Look at just giving that. You? Wow.
I can finish it now with those hands.
Do your thing, dude.
One construct, passing the turn, nothing else after the brainstorm. Cycling Lorien revealed his Force of Fill. Finds a Mystic Sanctuary, of course.
It's still 11, right? Yeah.
All 4 Mystic Sanctuaries now available to fill. Yeah, there's people laughing in the background. They're probably playing like Candyland or something. It's probably the Flesh and Blood tournament happening in the background. Just not really serious. Counterbalance goes back on top of the deck. Attack with the 1/1 construct. It's taking a while.
He's so happy. He's like, yay!
How is Yasu going to break through these defenses at this point? It's going to be tough. Okay, end step brainstorm for Phil. That counter spell ends up in hand now. Predict, milling a prismatic ending. Phil just letting this 1/1 construct stick around for now still. Attempting a counterbalance, which will further improve Phil's chances of winning this game if it resolves. Force of negation getting hard cast. Phil allows it, it seems. Counterbalances exile. Mr. Rainforest correct now for Yasu. Hedge maze to Surveil.
You can do that, yeah. She didn't have to immediately play. Depending on what she's playing.
Go.
How likely is it that this 1/1 construct swings for lethal in this game? What are the odds?
Hercules?
No, don't trust
Oh, pick a card like this. Yeah, and then
depending what
Hercules Recall.
When is this? My main phase. Go.
Well, the construct is gone. Hercules Recall. Oh my goodness. Ouch.
fair.
Cards? 6.
My turn?
6 cards in Yasu's hand. Phil has that thwart and that counter spell, I guess, right? 5 mana? Does Phil have Mahamadi Jin as a finisher in this deck?
Cycle.
Okay, Lorian revealed getting Island cycled. Maybe Phil thought about casting it, decided not to.
Neck and neck.
There was a 2-for-1 with the Saga, I guess, yeah. Okay, Meticulous Archive, Surveil. I haven't seen Force of Phil Surveil yet. Maybe they're not in the deck. Narcomoeba gets milled, comes into play. Okay. Not the worst.
Yeah.
Merchant Scroll for Phil, looking through the deck. What will we find this time?
More white. You should know.
the whites are so rare.
Not really. I don't think so. But
That's the mothership, right? Maybe less.
Brain Surge, okay.
I don't know what editions these are. Much easier in terms of survival and success.
Okay, Prismatic Ending removes Narcomoeba.
Wizard? Yep.
Wizard, Cavern of Souls, Nadu, Winged Wisdom. It's gonna resolve.
Brain surgeon is up.
Okay, Brain Surge happening at end step. Nadu's on the board. Looks like Yasu has 6 cards in hand.
You pull it? You pick it up?
Cavern of Souls gives us some hope if you're cheering for Yasu here. Counterbalance.
No, we will. I even built them all. You guys built more than me.
Force the Will, pitching Cephalid Illusionist on counterbalance.
4.
11, yeah.
Counterbalance is countered.
Hold on.
Mentor.
Monastery Mentor. Okay.
Yep. See you later.
So Swords to Plowshares targeting Nadu, puts a Narcomoeba into Yasu's hand, and Nadu is defeated. And now Phil has Monastery Mentor and a Monk. Wasteland hits Cavern of Souls. Oh, man. Is that the 4th Wasteland now? Orum's Chant. Okay. Okay. Thwart, pick up the Mystic Sanctuaries. Ew, what the hell? Orum's Chant is countered by Thwart. Cephalid Illusionist.
You're right.
4 cards? Yep. It's in.
Fetch. Cephalid Illusionist resolves. Flooded Strain getting correct.
No.
Fetch.
Oh.
That's what I love about what's going on. It makes turn to hex.
I missed that. Yeah,
Super
engaged.
Your fetch is good.
Like, my hands are just atrocious.
Good seeing you. Have a good night.
You too, brother. Later.
It's got busy over there. Your chair already fell.
Nomads in Core.
I heard it. I'm just like,
I knew you were going to do that.
Force pitch, Lorian Monk.
My turn.
Okay, Force pitching Lorian revealed, make a Monk. Nomads in Core looks like will be countered.
Go.
Okay, Cephalid Illusionist and Narcomoeba stick around. Swords on the Illusionist on end step. That'll mill 3 cards for your Yasu. Shuko, Tamio, Brainstorm milled. Now a Mystic Sanctuary for Phil. Putting Thwart back on top.
Attack you for 6.
You had 9.
Yeah. Take 6. Good.
Okay, no blocks. Take 6. A couple of spells there could have been lethal. So Phil just holding some cards in hand, I guess, to protect against combo here. Yasu made a pretty good attempt at it in the previous turn. Plays an Urza's Saga now. A little bit late to the party.
No one's catching me.
Another attempt at Cephalid Illusionist. Gets counterspelled, make a Monk. That's a fist bump. Phil gets the match.
overthinking this deck. You're way overthinking it.
Did you board into Wastelands?
Yeah. Yep.
All right, confirmation Phil bordered into Wastelands. GG's. That was a good one. That was a good one. That was quite a battle. There was some interesting stacks in there, some interesting plays. Yasu made a really good attempt at trying to combo in that game too. That was a good one. Let's set up another poll for the Twitch chat. Where are we on time? Okay, we got a little bit of time. Which match next? Your options will be Stoneblade versus Otters. It's Esper Stoneblade. Death and Taxes. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Death and Taxes versus Dark Depths. Grixis Delver versus, I believe, Rug Beans. Azorius Otters versus Dark Depths. And then a mono black versus, I believe, Reanimator. 1 minute. Lately, there's been a lot of players at the locals, and we have such a diverse metagame. I feel like every time I play against a deck that I haven't seen in a while. It's been a lot of fun lately. Or a deck that I haven't played against yet, like these Otter builds. Votes are coming in. All right, people are trying to rig this thing. There's a lot of votes coming in. Go follow our Patreon. That's free. Go follow our Patreon. Find out what we're up to in real time. Or join our Discord server. I just shared the link for that. Poll ends in a tie. Adam contributed 2,800 channel points. Do we want Stoneblade and Otters, or do we want Death and Taxes versus Dark Depths? Let's see if anyone in the chat with big-time badges wants to tell us what we want to watch here. Stoneblade versus Otters or Taxes versus Depths? Does anybody have any opinion on this matter? That is in the chat right now. Does anyone care? Mr. Arch hoping for Otters. Give this another moment. Pastina arrives in the chat. Mr. Arch saying they have a small-time badge. It is a big-time badge. 24-month badge. All right. People are hoping for Otters. People are hoping for Stoneblade. Let's do it. Diving in.
Not the station, because that's this game. There is no more in what? There's no more outside of what Boshang sing. What the fuck is it? I don't. That Earth Kingdom. What was that? Yeah, whatever. That Earth Kingdom. The council on the Earth Kingdom. Those would be green black. Those would be Gogar. Okay.
All right, on the left side we have rejoining us Herman with Is It Otters? Is it Bounce? And on the right, we have Esper Stoneblade. That would be Sam. Mandraw, thank you for the resub with Prime 17 months. Looks like Herman is taking a mulligan.
How about black?
No. For Spider-Man?
No, for the Avatar set.
Which character?
Oh, Korra is black. Just straight black.
Yo.
She's like triple black.
Dude,
and she does everything. And she just you will.
Players in the background sounds like they're talking about Universes Beyond in an excited manner. Force of Phil says, this town ain't big enough. Visit town ain't big enough. You know what, Force of Phil? I think this town ain't big enough, and Storm Chaser's Talent are some of my favorite new cards. I should probably get some copies myself. Should I play blue, chat? One card on the bottom for Herman.
I will. I'll keep my hand.
Here's a Ponder. There's a copy of This Town Ain't Big Enough in hand. So, if you're just tuning in, no idea what's happening, what the heck is this Otters deck? Storm Chaser's Talent and This Town Ain't Big Enough are in other formats. In the bounce decks, they're called bounce. And this is a legacy take on it.
Play Magic. Like, I don't even got anything else.
Yeah,
I just
we're
need
here to hang
a
out.
bullshit.
Yeah.
I just need a vent at the end of the fucking shitty ass work week.
Okay. Feel that.
3,
Both players pondering on turn 1. Exciting.
7. This is. I'm gonna keep this.
Okay.
Yeah, Mr. Arch surprised that anyone likes Universes Beyond. Yeah.
Once upon a time.
Lost.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
There's a brainstorm for Herman.
Bowmaster.
Oh, Master, you got it. Do you have a land?
It's my job to entertain all of you while all these cantrips happen. Otherwise, you'd be falling asleep.
I'll draw.
Yeah.
What about the play patterns? Yeah.
I don't know what that does, but sure.
It's a double-faced land creature.
Oh, okay. How does it flip?
You can just put.
Mr. Rainforest, more loading screen stuff, Volcanic Island.
Do anything special?
No, it's a blue land. I can have it.
Got a land.
Oh, shit. Okay. Now results.
Mr. Arch pointing out, imagine what a Miracles match would be like without your antics. There's another ponder for Herman.
I'm going to.
I figure I can't just dig like.
You know, the first couple of turns in this game is like if you were watching this on mute and I wasn't here, or you know, I put myself away. Let's just pretend.
The other side is a removal spell.
Removal. Okay, cool.
Like this, just all these cantrips and fetching, you'd fall asleep.
I kind of like that.
Cast on the trap trainer.
It's kind of a major problem with Legacy and spectating these tabletop formats. I've, you know, over the last couple of years been figuring out ways, you know, sometimes I'm taking my afternoon walk and I'll think of something fun to talk about on stream. It's hard to entertain you people. Here's Thundertrap Trainer.
No block. I'll take 2 at 15.
Force pitching Assimilation Aegis. Countered.
Because it's a 1/2. I can't attack through a 1/2. That's literally it. I was like, I really want to cast this. Yeah, I'll take it.
I don't know if you play Wastelands.
So there's Swamp.
That's a Bowmaster. This card is crazy. Have you seen this card? Once it resolves, the game ends.
Draw. Attack for 2.
Sure.
I will.
Yep.
Thoughtseize from Sam here. We're going to see Herman's hand. This town ain't big enough. Chain Lightning, Murktide Regent, another crazy card. And Thunder Trap Trainer. It's going to be interesting to see what Sam takes.
12, yep.
Take the trainer.
I'm going to cast the...
Takes the Trainer. Respecting the otters so far. Okay.
Cards from his hand.
You're good.
Until he or she reveals a land card, then puts those cards on his face.
Okay. I'm going to...
Right faster, Sam. Oh.
Target sacrificing this, targeting myself.
Yeah.
So I don't have any lands in my deck.
Any real lands?
What?
Any real lands? So
No,
these are not
these
lands.
are right, exactly.
So are these so the back? So wait.
Okay, Chain Lightning targeting Bowmaster. Bowmaster down.
Back sides are lands.
The front sides are either
because I
instant
can't.
sorceries or creatures.
Iceland.
They're all spells.
Not
right,
bad.
The back sides are lands.
Okay.
So I'm gonna put my entire graveyard over.
Attack for 1 with the Orc Army. Pass the turn.
Okay.
Narcomoeba.
Cast a dragon.
I'm going to
exiling.
Murktide Regent coming. Let's see what its power toughness is going to look like.
Another Poxwalker.
Whenever you cast a spell from anywhere other than your hand, return it from your
Make it a 5/5.
Okay, sounds like it's an attempt at a 5/5 Murktide. Sam says no. Force pitching days.
And then what was your last card?
And passer.
What's my time?
Cool. And then finally I'm going to
Bowmaster.
sacrifice all 3
Not
creatures
bad.
to dread return.
2/2 Orc Army now.
Thousand
for
gold
3?
go with no library.
Yay!
Good.
Where's it end?
1 turn.
1 card in hand for Sam.
This guy could be big enough.
Like I said, I'm just here to chat.
Don't ponder.
Ponder.
Okay, yeah.
If you're looking for decklists in our Discord, check the Decklist channel and check the pins there. Like, usually relevant lists from recent streams are pinned to the Decklist channel, by the way. And if you're not yet in our Discord, join it.
That was a funny.
I know.
Chris, where are the deck lists? Chris, where can I play webcam legacy against people around the world? Chris, where can I sell my magic cards in an online marketplace? It's all in the Discord. Scalding Tarn cracked here by Herman. Tropical Island is found. Why Tropical Island? There are some questing druids in this deck. Other than that, we're not really doing much green with green.
Comment?
Yep.
4. Okay.
3/3 Orc Army, Orcish Bowmaster. This town ain't big enough. Tempting to bounce those two creatures. They're gone.
Recast this right now. Go.
Yep, you got it.
All right. Taking game 1 is Sam.
Red, blue, 1 instant, so 3-minute instant. If you control a wizard, you can choose 2 modes instead of just 1.
Yeah, okay.
And you can deal 5 damage.
Okay, both players kept 7 here for game 2. Storm Chaser's talent on turn 1 for Herman. Herman will make an otter.
Wizard, you get two out of the 3 modes.
Yeah, this doesn't help do anything against Canada most though.
No, but I'm saying you can just draw more cards immediately and kill some things versus like playing.
Here's a ponder for Sam on turn 1.
Of course you're playing.
Maybe, I don't know.
Matt is playing this, and he's
I don't
just
know.
playing this.
I think, it depends on, I guess, the meta.
He's playing as he's playing a slightly.
I don't mean,
Yeah, it's
one deck's
different.
blue and
That's
red, one deck's red, black and white. Good luck,
I
man.
did post my list on the Discord, so maybe he just took it from there.
That's what my guess is as well.
See, Herman just said I posted my list in the Discord. Proof that it's there. You want this Otters deck? It's in the Discord.
Go for it, buddy.
Okay, so the card was drawn with the ponder. Misty Rainforest comes in for Herman, attacking with an otter.
You're my only one.
Go ahead.
I can't believe the token's not a wizard.
I know, it's just a.
If that token was a wizard, I think it's real text.
It's real text.
Jeffrey, thank you for the sub with Prime. 11 months. Will Jeffrey stick with us for one more month? We will see.
It's wizard ass.
Probably not, right? Probably not.
17.
Alright, I'll keep this hand, put 1 card back.
You're going to get.
I'll put.
Whoa, Herman, take it easy. Herman's going to brainstorm.
Oh, okay, not stifle. Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
This is in response to a fetch smart play here by Herman to get a brainstorm slipped in before Bowmaster mana is available.
In response, I could always just do it and just get the thing.
But at the end of turn, the damage wears off at the same.
Yeah, we had Bill excitedly explaining Flame of Anor in the background. That's true. Universes Beyond. Did we really need Flame of Anor? Did we really need Lord of the Rings magic cards? Makes me sick.
Actually not. You did it perfect.
Nobody even likes Lord of the Rings. Jeffrey says I can't always watch the live stream, so being able to watch the VODs is more than worth the sub. Thank you, Jeffrey. Really appreciate that.
Yeah, you're getting rid of that.
Attack for 2.
What does this do?
If it were up to you, Jeffrey, what time would I stream? And on what day? And I don't know. If you were in charge.
So I can pay 1 to add 1 of any color.
Exile from your graveyard. Okay.
I recently tried an evening stream, Eastern time, my time. Didn't really work. Didn't really work for me.
Go ahead.
Felt like not a lot of people showed up.
I don't see any dazes this time.
Sure.
Result, okay.
was like one of our lower metric streams from the recent months. It's very time raveler. Could be a problem.
Well, we'll see what happens.
Oh, okay.
Canic Island is found. Herman saying, we'll see what happens. Traz says, I sub because it's the best legacy content I've seen on Twitch. Thank you, Traz.
The beast trigger powers.
Okay. Cool. Very cool. I like the song.
That was awesome.
Yeah, go ahead.
Seek the Beast happening here. Ponder Bolt. Okay. Teferi's going to resolve. We're going to bounce the Otter.
Oh, you've got sacrifice. That's awesome.
I'm gonna name Underworld Informant or whatever that was. Undercity.
Undercity Informer. Yeah. That's good. That's good. That does something. That's good.
Sam trying to predict what Herman will be bolting here. There's the Ferry. There's the Orcish Bowmaster. There's also technically the Orc Army, but that's unlikely to be the target.
I'm going to
Island Cycling Lorraine revealed. Potentially going to find a red mana. Yep. Volcanic Island number 2 is played.
Before damage, I'm going to sacrifice.
I think Herman has a Chain Lightning in hand as well.
And then no effects, so I'll take 1.
Bolt on Bowmaster.
You both get a game loss. All right.
Sure.
Yeah, that's fine.
Draw.
So I play it.
Here's a ponder happening. Some speculation in the chat about, East Coast versus West Coast for Eternal formats. Like, New York City, where I am, has a very deep, storied history when it comes to Eternal Magic and Magic in general. If you go back to the early days of Magic tournaments and all that stuff, a lot of it started in New York City. I'm not gonna say that New York takes full credit for all whatever, but there's a very deep, rich Magic Eternal format history here in New York City, and I don't really know much about the rest of the East Coast, but I know there's a lot of people that we watched on stream just been playing Legacy and Type 1 and all that for forever. They've been playing for so damn long. It's crazy.
That's a spell.
I'll attempt to reanimate it.
Stoneforge Mystic.
Balti's pretty good there.
Yeah.
You didn't, yeah.
No, you have.
Yeah, Philadelphia has a scene.
Yeah, you get the cryptic. Good.
Akalith saying New York is huge for Legacy. Yeah, I mean, when you have nothing better to do, and you want to look at some of the early Pro Tour history and all that, a lot of it happened in New York. Brian David Marshall had a shop in New York City. It's a whole thing. I'm not going to explain the whole thing right now, but kind of a fun thing to look at. Murktide Regent. Cryptic Coat was the card Sam has just beneath me right here.
It's the target on the stack before it chooses a target.
Land already in house.
Yeah.
As soon as it enters that
your opponent automatically.
Amanda says Boston also strong with Legacy. That's true. That's true.
Alright, I'll be on the play.
Okay, Source of Plowshare is again pointing out Murktide. It's going to resolve. Murktide is gone.
Nice.
Nice.
Fairy in a Bloomir. Nice.
Yeah, I know. I'm just waiting for Pyroblast.
That's where you want to be. Well, I mean,
yeah, so what I wanted to do is because I wanted a competition responsibility.
I'm gonna go seeking again.
Okay.
Okay, another Seek the Beast, another questing druid on an adventure. Days. This town ain't big enough.
Play land for turn.
oh, big town was actually a big hit there.
Bounce Storm Chaser and Army Token.
All right.
Okay, this town ain't big enough. Bounce the army, bounce the Storm Chaser's talent. Days will stay in exile.
Draw. Combat.
Yep.
Attack.
I will.
Okay, Kaito will ninjutsu, Stormforge Mystic back to hand. And now Kaito will use its 0 loyalty ability, which surveils 2, then draw a card for each opponent that lost life this turn. Kaito Bane of Nightmares, maybe the best Planeswalker in Legacy at the moment. Teferi ticks up to 4 now. It's a little hard to see the die on Teferi, apologies everybody, but it has 4 loyalty at the moment for anybody that lost track of that. Sorry about that. Storm Chaser's talent, hitting the stack again.
Yeah, that's good.
No green mana for the questing druids. Gonna level up Storm Chaser's talent right now. Return this town ain't big enough to hand. Yep, it's a little bit of a combo.
Takes a lot of mana.
It does take a lot of mana.
It is kind of... It does take a lot of mana, as we hear Bill off camera.
We bought these cards so we can shuffle them.
Yes.
Who are the top 3 Planeswalkers in Legacy right now, chat?
I will. What are we gonna get?
Attack for 3.
Is Teferi in the top 3?
Phase. Cameo.
Yep.
Let's ignore Tamio. It's a creature on the front side.
Yeah, right down.
And then ignore a Johnny. I'm talking about Planeswalker on the front side.
Cameo.
Tamio flips.
1, 2, and then draw for turn.
Move for that. Yeah.
For this?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
So I was just making sure that where did the fairy?
Yeah, exactly.
People naming Comet. I haven't seen Comet much recently. Are people seeing Comet on Legacy tables?
Play this. Play Stoneforge.
Yep.
Go and get.
Minsk and Boo is so great. I loved Minsk and Boo. That card was so cool.
Pass the turn.
Take your time.
I don't think this list from Sam is posted in our Discord, unfortunately.
I will.
Karn the Great Creator is up there.
The third one, do?
Whenever I cast a non-creature spell, I make a 1/1. Or an instant sorcery. Whenever I cast an instant sorcery, I make a
Okay.
otter.
Cool.
These two back. Good to go. All right. I will shock into 17. Yep. And then I will thought seize you.
This town targets Storm Chasers and.
Yeah,
I'm
many
at
cards.
15, and then I will.
This town ain't big enough. Kaito and Storm Chaser's talent, I believe, were the targets.
Pitch brainstorm.
Okay.
Force of Will, pitching Brainstorm. This town ain't big enough is countered. Another Storm Chaser's talent. Make an otter. Working our way towards that 6 mana level 3.
Soccer's good.
12 and plow it.
Okay, the otter gets swords. Tamio at 4 loyalty. Teferi currently at 1. Kaito at 4. So 3 Planeswalkers on Sam's side. That's going to be hard for Herman to deal with.
I'll shock. I'm at 12.
All right, Cauldron complete.
I will exile a spin Stimulus Spirit Guide, and then I'll play the Informer. Sure. There you go.
Pretty big attack. Kaito and the Cauldron complete. Kaito is going to surveil 2 cards into the yard. One of them was a Meticulous Archive. Draw a card.
See, you want to have a chance.
Thoughtseize is good. I will take my Echoing Truth.
I have not yet seen the other Spark on Legacy tables, personally.
You didn't activate Tamio yet.
And then activate Tamio.
Coat just played. Looks like Herman's doomed here.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the thing.
4 mana. Level 2 on the second Storm Chaser's talent. Return this town ain't big enough to hand.
Yeah, so I should have thought seized you. I had it. I topped that.
Oh, you drew another one.
I topped that in seconds.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit. Okay.
So I should have thought seized you there.
I thought you might have duressed me too, but.
No, I was thinking about.
Okay, the Germ and the Storm Chaser's talent are getting bounced by this town ain't big enough. Gonna replay the Storm Chaser's talent, make an Otter.
Makes sense.
It's back at level 1. The other one's at level 2. Pass the turn. The 3 Planeswalkers remain. Teferi at 2 loyalty. Tameo at 6. Kaido at 4. Stoneforge Mystic. College complete. Attached to nothing. And a mysterious figure equipped with a cryptic coat. Teferi takes up to 3 now.
Yeah, that's what you needed to do.
That's what I needed to do, yeah.
And I should have. I should have.
Swords on the Otter. That is the match. GG's. Herman pointing out you could have just stunned Otter as well. GG's. Sam gets it. Well played. Kaido. Pretty damn good. D2Alco says Etherspark needs some Audrey cooking to make it work. Yeah. Audrey, get on it. We need a Etherspark deck. ASAP. It's all up to Audrey, as all of you know. Okay. Very exciting. Join the Discord if you're not in the Discord, everybody. Stick around for a raid. You'll get some channel points for sticking around. I'll see everybody soon. Keep an eye on the Discord for our streaming schedule. Peace out.